Hey, everyone. It's me, Hennither again, your favorite HR coach with Career Image Solutions. So listen, I have some exciting news to share with you all today. I will wait to share it at the end. But you all know I like to come on here, just kind of impromptu sometimes, and just share just things that are happening in the HR world. Let me tell you. So if you're watching this, it's now February 2020. And where did January go? Where did it go? Is anybody else like where? Where did it go? Can we get a reset, please? That's all I have to say. Anyway, now that I've gotten that out of the way. I know it's just been super, super crazy. We've had new clients and our existing clients. Man, you all know I'm out here in the Maryland area, in the Baltimore, Maryland market, and we have clients in DC. Anyway, but there's been like new law changes, and then we've been doing like employee manual updates for folks, and it's just like the employee relations issues have been bananas. I mean, sexual harassment, workman's compensation, I mean, you name it. So it's just been crazy. Anybody else experiencing anything like that? If you are, let me know I'm not by yourself, which is why, by the way, you need an HR community, even if it's not other HR professionals. Like I have an HR mastermind, some HR mastermind sisters that we kind of get together once a month. And then I've also established an HR mastermind myself. I try to do that like a few times a year with those that are, part of my tribe. And I say, hey, do you want to do it? Let's do some accountability things. So I try to do that at least 2 times, but maybe 3 times a year. It's usually private, but you need that. You need that. But that is not what I'm talking about today. Today, I want to talk about another way that you as an HR consultant, HR business, can get new clients, right? Another way that you can get new clients, and that way is collaboration. But not just in the sense of what you might be thinking. If you watch any of my other videos, you know that I'm really big about collaborating. I'm really huge about that because the reality is that there is enough out here for all of us. I don't believe that, I don't believe in competition. I know what the business book says. I know that there are other people that might be in my lane, but nobody can do it the way that I do it. And I can't do it the way that you do it. Some people might come to me because of who I am. And some people might go to you because of who you are, because of how you look, because of the school that you went to, whatever it is. But I just I don't really pay attention to that too much. And I know that kind of goes against popular theory, but that's just the reality of it, right? So I say that to say, so I'm not just necessarily talking about collaboration, like, hey, who do you know? No, right? This is another stream of income that I found to be super, 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 super valuable. Now, number one, you know that if you are going to win in business, in your HR consulting business, you know that you have got to establish yourself as an expert in whatever it is that you say that you're going to be charging people, telling people to pay you for, right? Like nobody's going to pay someone who doesn't know what the heck they're talking about. And hopefully that's not you. Hopefully you're not trying to charge people and trying to figure it out along the way. Like hopefully don't charge people for employment manuals and you don't know anything about employment manuals, right? You're just gonna go on Google and pull it up. You better know. You have some clients in New York like we do. You better know about that sexual harassment mandatory training. Hello, somebody. All right, so I digress. Y'all know I digress all the time. But when it comes to collaborations, one of the things that I did recently, which was super phenomenal, is that I collaborated on somebody give me a drum roll. I collaborated on a book project. Yeah, a book project. That was so awesome. So let me tell you why. First of all, if you all don't know, and again, I'm no marketing genius. I just have been, I'm just a girl that's have parents from Sierra Leone, grew up between PG County and Baltimore my whole life, a girl that's just trying to figure it out as I go along and trying to teach the people how to do the same, right? Everything that I've learned. But I have seen some really good return on investments when you do collaborations with people who already have like a following, right? So I was part of a book collaboration. It was called Entrepreneur Elevation. And at that particular point, I know that God has called me to, write books and things of that nature, but I wrote books like about my personal journey. So for those of you that don't know, I actually have a couple of books already in the market, and I've collaborated with a number of other different book projects. But personally, I've written Freedom from Anxiety, One Woman's Secret Journey. I dealt with anxiety for a really, really long time, and it just could not be prayed away. I had to do some things. So that's what I talk about in that book. And then I have Declarations Around the Clock, which is a practice that I like to use, which is declaring things in the atmosphere. And I've seen some things move and shift, and even within myself internally, but even externally begin to change when you recognize that you have the authority and the power to change atmospheres. So those two books are on Amazon. Quick little plug, by the way. But at that particular time, I'd never written anything particularly pertaining to HR. I'm like, geez, I really, it really will be nice to be able to do something in HR. So I still have some other ideas, some other books that I want to write for HR. But I thought, wow, what a great way for me to collaborate rather, with this person who was having this book project. So again, it's called Entrepreneurial Elevation. That book is, if you want a copy of that book, definitely feel free to reach out to our team at services@career-image.com. We will get you a copy. But within that book collaborations, if you've never participated in a book collaboration, what it means is that there's a leader, right, that kind of gathers people together to write different chapters of a book and puts them together, right? And we had like this one big book launch. It was phenomenal. It was such a great environment. But the reason why I was particularly, and let me just give credit where credit is due. It was not my idea. It was my husband's idea. My husband's like, hey, babe, I think you need to do this. I think this would be a great opportunity. And I just didn't think I had enough time. I've been following, the individual that actually, put together the book. I'm a big fan of hers. However, I just didn't think that I had enough time to do it. And I just didn't think that I just wasn't confident enough to write my chapter. Anyway, so I wrote the chapter, 3 ways on how you hire on a budget. Right. But here's the bottom. Here is the key to it. The reason why I said yes to the collaboration when my husband pointed it out to me is that I would be collaborating with nothing but other business owners. Who's my target market? The book is called Entrepreneurial Elevation. Why wouldn't I be a part of that? Right. HR sometimes is not part of the discussion, which it wasn't. I had no competition at all in the book. No one was talking about it. So it was just a great way for me to identify myself as an expert, and for me to be part of this project where potentially hundreds and thousands of people would be seeing this information, not because they're interested in HR, but because they are interested in business, because they're interested in being an entrepreneur. So I got it, I got an opportunity to collaborate with others, but also got an opportunity to market my company, to market my services, right? And that's essentially what happened. So we had this great big launch. Now, I know that there are some people that do book collaborations that, there are some people that do book collaborations, but they don't necessarily do like book launches behind it, things of that nature. But it was such a successful event. Definitely got some great leads that I know I wouldn't have gotten otherwise. Because mind you, when you think about it, when you're collaborating with so many other people, you are now getting access to their circles, right? And then you could just imagine the social media following and influences, because of that nature, people are tagging you, blah, 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 blah. It just makes it, it's just phenomenal. So if you have not considered that, I want you to consider that. And in fact, I am actually taking going to be registering. So March 1st, we have some amazing announcements. So you want to stay tuned, stay tuned. But we are going to be releasing our upcoming HR book project. So if you were interested in participating, definitely let me know. You can email our team at services@career-image.com and just let them know. We have an admin team that checks it all the time. Let them know that you're interested in getting, if you want to be the first to get information about the HR book collaboration. That's that. Before I close today, so hopefully that was it. I see some people are watching live. So hey, everybody. If this information was helpful, please let me know. If you have any other questions about it, let me know. If you want to know about the process, like how, what happened, anything, definitely comment below. You all know I check my comments personally. Nobody else checks them. I answer them. I read them. So please feel free to ask me any question that you might want to ask. Lastly, I want to let you all know that I've been getting tons of questions about launching and growing your HR consulting business. It is not because of me. It's truly the grace of God that has allowed us to go just from point A to point B, point C, and so on and so forth, right? So again, it's my responsibility. I feel, maybe it's the teacher in me, it's my responsibility to make sure that others don't necessarily have to go through the same fire that I went through. Sometimes you need to go through the fire, but I feel like there's just some basic things like, you don't need to go through that. Might need to go through that, but you don't need to have to go through hours of research to figure out how to get a new client. You know what I mean? Those type of things, I feel like, I can help you with. I can help you figure out what services are hot out here. I can help you figure out, so just some practices, some best practices on how to continue to grow your company. I can give you some insight on what to charge. I can give you some insight, just because of my experience. So I hope to be able to continue doing that. And one of the ways that one of the things that I thought about was to do a live Q&A. So I'm going to be doing a live Q&A on Wednesday, February the 26th. So you want to save the date. Okay. And if you want to register, and it's free, it's a free live Q&A. You want to go to bit.ly/HRBizQA. Okay. HRBizQA, HRBIZQA. And that's all caps. So you want to go there. You want to register. So that way, if you have any questions about just things that you just want to have answered, this is going to be an hour with just me and you, right? And everyone else. It's not just going to be you. But just to kind of answer any questions that you might have about starting, about growing, your HR business. I know that there are some of you that are like, hey, I really want to do this, but I don't know if I should incorporate. I don't know if I should really register my business. And I have different tips on that. I don't think everybody needs to register. It just kind of depends, right? I know that I get questions all the time on, getting new clients. There's so many different strategies on how to get new clients. So many different strategies, get different questions, just so many different questions. So I thought that this would be the best way. So join me Wednesday, February 26th at 7 p.m. Eastern time. You want to register at bit.ly/HRBizQA. If you watch this, have any other questions about that book collaboration that we talked about, definitely feel free to email us at services@career-image.com or just comment below and I will respond. So until next time, everyone, do not forget to command your day. And I hope that your business is successful. I hope that you are thriving and I hope that you are being prosperous. Until next time, don't forget to command your day.